Great morning. It is Wednesday, February 13th. Okay, let's see what we have this morning. Well, today's directives is about your journey, which most of them are about your journey. This is, first card out is Shaman Completion. So if you want to reach completion in your journey, it takes reflection. Okay. It takes surface, going and diving deep beneath the surface to look and see what you're doing, what's been happening. Okay, the journey's about really sitting there and watching, observing, how the mind works, how emotions work, how one pulls into another. Okay, what happens with knee-jerk reactions. Okay, if you really look at those things, you'll see that these immediate emotional upheavals are really a surge of adrenaline. Okay, and then you layer anger on top of it, or you layer fear on top of it, or you layer some emotional directive on top of it. Okay, so something to remember in your journey towards completion, if you're trying to seek your journey towards completion, and it's well worth it to do it, I might say. Okay, but again, it takes a lot of learning to first be in the moment, slowing down, having a little bit of a step back where you can observe and see what you're doing and can question it at a deepest level. The next one we have out is Vulture Spirit. Nothing is wasted. King Vulture there. Yes, the vulture is king on using whatever is left. It's like, I'll take the leftovers, okay? I'm not looking for a vulture meal anytime soon. Okay, roadkill. Nice, convenient roadkill. Here you go. Yum. But in the vein of the vulture spirit, that nothing is wasted, every experience you have in life is a learning tool. Okay, whether it's something you see as a positive experience that gives you the emotional, we'll say emotional jelly beans. Okay. Happy little jelly beans of emotion. Or whether it's been a really tough experience, you can still learn something from it. Like I say, if you come from a family where you get a lot of positives, they're supportive, they're wonderful, they feather your nest, okay, then you've got that positive emotional things to draw from. If you come from a family that's, and quite a few of us came from families that were really dysfunctional, you're living with a bigot, you're living with somebody, you can learn from that too and say, that's not where I want to go. Okay. That's really not the path I want to take in life. So whether you're getting the emotional jelly beans, or you've got the where the heck, how did I wind up here? And you're living with basically a madman, a crazy person. Okay. It doesn't matter, you can learn from the experience. Nothing is wasted. Sometimes our best learning experiences are the left-handed blessings. Like people, I think a lot of people know my life. I had a lot of I had a lot of trauma in my life, sexual abuse, rapes. I mean, I was military, I got raped. I was homeless, I got raped. It was, and I'm going, what the hell is going on? What have I done? What was I, some mass rapist in the last lifetime? What is going on with this? Because it's not a good experience. Even one time can make somebody, terrified the rest of their life. PTSD. And this was happening over and over and over again. Kidnapped, rape, and it's like you don't even want to know. But it finally triggered something to stop and look and to see that it could be overcome. Okay, that it was, these people are driven to do what they're doing. Okay, and I have a chance to get out of it. Okay, I could stay in the pity party, the poor me saga, and go nowhere and keep spinning and stay on the surface, or I can dive deep and look at what's going on and can learn from it and get out of it. Well, once they developed compassion and said they are in a hell realm, the people that are doing this, these rapists, these ones are in a hell realm, being driven to do that. At that point, then you can stop feeling sorry for yourself, and you can say, okay, it was an event and it happened, but that event is over. I can move forward. And you can, once you develop that compassion and you can see that they are living in a hell realm, the ones that have done this, then you can move forward. You can move forward in your life and let go of it, rather than the poor pity party saga that so many of us get embroiled in, which really don't help anything. Is that right? The pity party saga? What do you have to say about the pity party saga? Oh, okay, yeah. So anyway, if you want to delve deep and find the beloved, which is that God essence, which is there, which gives us all life, okay, then you have to, again, use reflection, dive deep under the surface. You have to observe, you have to question, because whatever you find out along the way, whatever is transient cannot be the great eternal is, cannot be the great spirit. Whatever is transient and changes is not that great eternal is. So you develop the process which is called neti, not this. You look at this, it's not this, it's not this, it's not this. Emotions come and go, it's not that. Experiences come and go, it's not that. The body comes and goes, it's not that. Okay, but it's a point of reflection, looking, questioning deeply what's coming, what's going. Okay, and eventually, as you start questioning and you start seeing deeper and deeper levels and layers, these things will be broken through and fall away. Okay. So it takes, again, using all of experiences for growth. If you want to, this is one end, this is the other end. If you want to come to completion and find the beloved, then it takes reflecting, diving deep, and looking at all the experiences that one has, rather than being in denial, rather than being in, I need to find my inner child, rather than catering to a spoiled inner child. I think that's one that drives me craziest. It's your inner child needs to come out, okay? No, your inner child is gone. It's time to grow up, okay? Okay, but again, it takes a process of looking at things neti, it's not this, it's not this, it's not this. It takes a process of sitting, staying in the moment, and seeing things realistically rather than making it out to be something other than what it is. It means that in daily life, when something takes place, again, you come down to the most bottom element of looking to navigate things. If people are, and a lot of people, something happens and they just make it way more than what it needs to be. And if you're a person that gets hysterical over, thing, then say, wait a minute, stop. If you're pulled out, stop yourself if you're getting emotionally crazy. The only thing that's happening in this moment is, and come down to your basic, exactly what you are doing physically in that moment. Like if my mind were going on a bender, which it doesn't anymore, there's no thought. Okay. That's what happens in realization. The mind stills. You don't hear any running conversations anymore. They've gone. They're non-existent anymore. But if you're a person that's got those running thoughts going, okay, and you start, creating this fantasy soap opera, I call it as the stomach turns, and you're embroiled in your soap opera of as the stomach turns, okay? Say stop. I would say stop. The only thing that's happening now is I'm reading the cards. I'm giving this talk. That's it. There's nothing else going on around me, okay? Nobody's trying to break in. Nobody's holding a gun to my head. Stop. The only thing that's happening is I'm sitting here having a conversation. And that's it. Okay. So again, if you find that you're getting yourself really wound up, okay, bring yourself back to the most basic element. Isn't that right? Mr. Max, Mr. Velcro Magnificent. Velcro the Magnificent. You're so funny. You're so funny, little guy. Bring yourself back to this moment in time. Okay. Take a breath. Say this too will pass. And look at things more objectively. And question it deeply. Where is it coming from? What is it stemming from? And then move forward. Okay? And move forward. Because everyone that's doing this spiritual journey in earnest, you're going to have moments that are really difficult to transition through. Okay? If you're following the mystic's path, then you're going to have, visions and, all of that stuff comes up. Visions, and 1 minute you're in your body, you're out of the body, you're above the trees, you're, all those types of things happen. Okay? Dreams, and your senses will become so overly acute that it's almost difficult to navigate through anything for a time. Okay, that happens, but that does settle down eventually as well. So all you do is you keep taking it day by day, step by step, moment by moment, breath by breath, and keep going forward. And eventually, you'll see through the illusion of it all, and you'll get to the beloved, okay? And then the rest of it falls away. The rest of it falls away. And then one reaches what's termed realization, moksha, freedom, okay? And all the driving drama that's been fueling your life is over. Okay, And that's a good place to be. Isn't that right, Mr. Max? Velcro. Is that right, Velcro? Yeah. So anyway, thank you everyone for tuning in. From myself and Velcro the Magnificent. Yeah, stuck. He's like, stuck. It's stuck to me. We'll leave this here. And if you have a honey, tomorrow is Valentine's Day. Okay? Don't forget to appreciate your honey, whoever it is that's in your life that's special to you. Appreciate them on Valentine's Day. Is that right, Mr. Velcro? He said, I appreciate the mama. Yeah. So have a great day. Thanks for tuning in. I'll see you online. Aho.